Now, when you write a book in prose, you usually have an editor, and the editor tells you what you did wrong and why it's going to be better this way or that way. But I don't know, with a poet, can an editor really edit a poetry? Because you can't really say you don't have you don't have the right word or something. Does somebody really edit your poetry, or nobody does that?
That's interesting, because I think that most poets have varying degrees of editor, let's say, intrusion or not. My editor for years was a wonderful woman at Norton, Carol Hook Smith, who came from the prose division, actually. And she was great. She was very hands-off. She just let me do what I wanted to do, and only when the final manuscript was, she might ask. She would ask, do you think that this poem is in the right place? Delicate questions like that, which made me realize the poem didn't belong there at all. And my editor, now, Jill Bielowski, is wonderful. She's much more hands-on, but also very delicate. She's also a writer. She's a poet and a novelist, so she understands how to ask those questions. The real editor for me is the copy editor, who comes in there and asks the questions of a layperson, like, this hyphen is not grammatically correct. And then I get to argue why I want that hyphen, at least to myself. Yeah.
If you have won the Pulitzer Prize in poetry and you're the Poet Laureate of the United States, is somebody really going to edit your poetry? And I mean, doesn't it take a lot of gumption to be able to say, I'm editing the poetry of the Poet Laureate of the United States? What do you say to them? You ever say, by the way, I'm the Poet Laureate and I've won a Pulitzer Prize? You don't say that?
I don't say that, but I will say, no, it's got to stay as it is. And one of the biggest problems or things that I struggle with is exactly that no one will tell me if it works or not for them. So that I tend to take a lot more time now before I show it to anyone. I want to make sure it's really what I wanted. My best editor is my husband, who is a prose writer, and who will come in there and look at it and say, I don't know about that, And then we have rules, because we do look at each other's work, but our rule is that if given something to look at, we cannot respond for 24 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to just...
That's how you stayed married for 40-some years. So when he's writing something, do you ever edit his things and you say, he says, I don't know about that, or something like that? I mean, do you ever say the same things to him that he says to you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.